Hello everybody, I am here checking out the rogue cards from Drowned City, the remaining cards that are in the box. We're going to be starting here. There's a link to the Guardian and the Secret ones that I've done in the past, so you can check those out. But we're here starting with Robert Castaigne, a 4-cost, level 0 ally, soaks for 2 and 2, and baby, he gives you a fist. He gives you +1 fist. Alright, I'm interested. Alright, so, ally veteran, you get +1 fist. They say combat there, but I don't think that's right. Action, discard a firearm asset from your hand that takes up 1 or less hand slots and exhaust Robert Castaigne. Resolve a fight action on the discarded asset, ignoring all costs. This action does not provoke attacks of opportunity. So discard a fire asset from your hand that takes up 1 or less hand slots and exhaust Robert Castaigne. Resolve a fight action on the discarded asset, ignoring all costs. Interesting. Interesting. Hey! Kivos Arkham, how's it going? Thank you for sharing these cards with the world. What a weird guy, huh? I love his art. I think his art's really good. So the idea is that he is shooting the gun for you is kind of the flavor. Like, he has the gun and he's shooting it. I mean, he gives you +1 fist. Like, that's already, like, pretty relevant. Yeah, I think he's good, right? Like, he's just like extra gunshots too, right? Can you check the name, the pronouncer of Arm of Ardennis too? No, it's always Ardennis. My favorite character in all media is Ardennis. That doubles up the effect of the Remington? I don't think it does because it's from your hand, right? So I think the Remington is only when it leaves play. Because this guy's going to discard it from your hand. From your hand. Yeah, I mean, I think he's good. I think he's a fine. I mean, it gives you +1 fist. That's kind of what you want, right? Just more things for that is nice. Yeah, overall though, I think he's just kind of like fine. Oh my god, running from these ghosts? All right. She looks so happy. She's like, Eric's gonna love the art on this card. That is so freaking funny to me. Do we play this guy over Lonnie? Yeah, before we get to the running from the ghost card. I mean, yeah, if you're playing a heavy firearm deck, I would definitely run him over Lonnie. I think like Michael McGunn, because Michael McGunn, our good friend over here, he has 3 willpower. He's like, he does have 5 horror, but I think he's like a little bit less scared than otherwise, and he can find other ways to heal, like in the form of drinking a little bit of liquid courage, right? Yeah, I think he's a good card. All right. This one's called Playful. Come, get me, catch me. That's really fucking funny to me. All right, it's a talent. Cost 3, 0 XP, commits for a foot. Reaction, when you attempt to evade an enemy, exhaust Playful. You get +1 skill value for this evasion attempt, and that enemy gains alert. If you succeed, draw 1 card, and don't disengage from that enemy. I mean, that seems pretty good. Like, that seems actually like a really good card. Actually, I mean, a lot of rogues like this, right? Like, this, like, Alessandra probably digs this. Pickpocketing digs this. Keimani digs this. Like, this is a very good card. Right? Like, this card seems like, if you're evading, this card seems in so much value. It does cost 3, so, like, there's a big upfront cost for this. Yeah, it seems very good. It seems like I love the art too. Like the art is hilarious. She's like, "Come get me, you dumb ghosts." I would definitely frick with this card. I think this card's kind of hype. That's a very powerful card for level 0 too. Yes, no, 100%. The don't disengage is very good. The enemy's evaded and just like vibing. But also just like really not. I mean, like I know Keimani has the thing where Keimani can engage that enemy as a lightning bolt, but just like more card draw is very good. Card's nutty, yo. Card's nutty. I think this is a very. I love the art so much. I can't even. I need to get a high quality scan of this so I can get her in a thumbnail yesterday. She's just having a great time. It's so good. It's so funny. Hey, you dumb ghosts. I love it. All right. And this is like, it's a quote. What is it gonna say? It's a 0 cost event, commits for a brain and a foot. Holy fuck. Rogues don't normally get this shit on their events. Are you kidding me? I don't get she's like mogging them. Because she's playful. She's having a great time. She's like, come get me, ghosts. Anyways, this is insane already off the bat. Okay. You've seen worse. I was going to say, this is the inverse of I've had worse, isn't it? It's going to be those things. All right, you've seen worse. Cost 0, 0 XP. It's a favor and it's fast. Playing when damage or horror be dealt to an investigated location or connected location. That investigator may spend up to 3 resources. For each resource spent, cancel 1 damage or horror just dealt. I mean, like, that's pretty alright, you know? Just spending money to just, like, stop damage. It's not terrible. I mean, I think you're playing, like, in Crystallizer is going to love the hell out of this, right? Its icons are very good, too, which makes up for the fact that it's, like, it might be a little bit hard to trigger sometimes. No, exactly, right? Like, this also just conveniently stops a rotting remains if you have 3 XP. Sorry, 3 resources. But I mean, like, also, like, even if you just spend, like, 2 and stop, like, 2 damage from a rotting remains, like, that's pretty good, too. I do like another flip of a Guardian card into Rogue, though. I think it's pretty sweet. I like that even she looks like the I've had worse girl. Yeah. Well, she's really just, like, getting the ick, because this guy's, like, it hurts so much, but he just has, like, a scrape on his shoulder. And she's like, bring me back to the Playful girl. That's who I really want to be hanging around with. Intimidation. Alright. Okay. 3 cost event in the Rogue class. Commits for a brain and a fist. It's a tactic. Parlay. Choose an enemy location and test combat X where X the enemy's remaining health. If you succeed, shuffle that enemy to counterattack or deal it 2 damage instead if the enemy is elite. So it's like interrogate, but it can deal damage. The parlay mark grows stronger. He can't be stopped. Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's yeah, no, it is. It's persuasion, not the other one, the one that shuffles it in. I mean, persuasion has proven to be a pretty good tech card, and I think intimidation is probably going to be the same, right? I hate the art on this one though. This art does not vibe for me. It's because of this obvious Yithian wearing a human suit up front, you know? I mean, I think I'd still rather kill an enemy with a 3, but I mean, like again, I've been shown this year that, or last year rather, that persuasion actually is pretty relevant enemy management, and I think that like even having just another option, like I know you could just kill it with your fist, but at the same time, being able to say no is not terrible. I mean, also, like, realistically, there will become a point that maybe against bosses, this will be actually just easier to do this test if they have remaining health, right? If it is, like, 2 health, you can be like, I'm changing this fist 6 test to a fist 2 test. Is that worth enough? We're going to have to see, right? Nice shot. Okay. This is a 3 resource, 3 wild pip. I don't know why I said resource. I need more water for my brain, I guess. All right, good aim. This is a 0 XP practice. Can only be committed to an ability on a firearm or ranged asset you control. Do you know you're enjoying these cards? Yeah, the cards are sweet. Now, you know, that fucked me up for a second. My college that I went to was Red Deer College, which is RDC, so I was like, what the hell? How do you know that? And then I see it was just a spelling error, so my heart settled down. Just icons is rarely good for enough for a skill card, I think. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd probably run this in a level 0 skids deck if I was playing firearms, because, like, I would like to just have a bit more consistency for it. But I do agree that generally, if it's restrictive, just icons isn't enough. Like, I would have loved to seen, like, a 4th just to get there, right? But, yeah, I definitely agree with that sentiment, right? But it is true, right? Oh my god! Oh my god! What the fuck? They did it? Holy shit. Oh god. Oh frick. Okay. 3 experience, watch this with 3 wild pips. Can only discuss your performance cost to commit. Watch this to a skill test. Spend up to 3 resources. If you see by 1 or more, gain that twice that many resources. So it's just the same. It's just 3 wilds instead. Like, that's the change, right? I mean, I've played a lot of watch this, and I'm pretty sure that's the change. Alright, I was hoping for a little bit more when I first saw the card, but like 3 wilds is a very good way to just guarantee that this happens, right? Is it enough of an upgrade when rogues have so many? We'll be beginning to re-seen, but like 3 wilds pretty much just guarantees, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to see it because I love watch this, but I was hoping it'd be a little bit more flashy, but it's still going to be a nice upgrade because it pretty much guarantees it, right? Yeah, like I think it's just going to make it more versatile, and it's going to mean that I can play it in more decks. Which I'll happily do. I'll happily play watch this in more decks. Alright. Oh, an upgraded version. This is it, huh? No, there's one more after. An upgraded version of the... There's a lot of upgrades for these rogue cards here. Alright. Robert Castaigne, he's going to give you... It's a +1 fist, 3 cost, 4 experience. Same amount of soak. You get +1 combat, exhaust him and fight. Reveal a fire mask of your hand that takes up one or less hand slot. Resolve one of its fight ability, ignoring all costs. Then you may discard that asset to draw 1 card or play that asset, paying its cost. Wow, Robert. That is a big change. I like the change on the upgrade, though. Like, I think that feels very nice in terms of, like, a progression, too. He seems very good, right? Fight, reveal a fire master for your hand that takes up one or less hand slot. Resolve one of its fight abilities, ignoring all costs. Then you may discard that asset to draw a card or play that asset, paying its cost. Like, that's really good. This guy seems very impressive. Love it. I think that's a great card here. What are the icons? How are they different? Is he just... He's just a fist on the first one. He's fist foot wild on the second one. Yeah, and his cost is reduced. Seems really good. Yeah, then Michael McGlenn puts the Remington into play. Yeah, I fuck with this. I think he seems really good. And what's also really nice, there's also that future synergy with the Remington, right? Where, like, you're basically getting a free discard on the Remington when you put another gun into play, meaning you get another shot. Which means that Michael McGlenn is going to be... He's going to get a lot of resources from guns during his turn. Cool card. Cool card. This is a very nice card. I think Bryn's going to love this one. But I think this card's going to seal the deal of Bryn playing Michael McGunn in our Drowned City blind play. Very cool card. Alright, and an upgraded You've Seen Worst. 0 cost, 4 experience. It's fast. Playing when damage or horror would be dealt to an investigator at your location or connecting location. Move up to 5 resources from that and... Sorry, this is just a new card. That investigator may spend up to 3 resources. They're paying you? Move up to 5 resources from that investigator's resource pool to your resource pool. For each resource moved by this effect, cancel one damage or horror just dealt. So does this mean you can no longer use it on yourself? Can you just rob someone? Yeah, you make the choice. You just say, hey, I'm gonna take all of this shit. Could you just pay yourself? I don't know, can you move to the things? I think the consensus has been that you can use it on yourself, but you need to have that much money in your resource pool as you want to cancel. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, because it doesn't say another investigator, so there has to be a way that it works on you, and that does seem like a pretty... But I also agree with what Nick is saying. The resources don't actually move, right? Yeah, because if you move 5 from you, then nothing different move. Well, you know, it wouldn't be an Arkham box unless we saw a card that we were like, how does this work? So, you know. I think it's undetermined because of translation. That would also make sense. That would also make sense, right? I agree with that. Yeah, no, that's true. We don't worry about it until we actually see the official thing. All right. Rogue seems really sweet this cycle. Obvious frontrunners, I think, are this Playful, not just because of the art. But the Robert Castaigne seems like a very fun card to play. I think that Rogues did a lot of... They got a lot of good stuff here. So, you love to see it. You love to see it. All right, we're going to be doing Mystics in a few days on the channel. Or if you're watching live on Twitch, we're going to be doing it right away. So, thanks for watching, everybody. And thanks again to Los Archivos de Arkham for sharing your box with everybody. Much appreciated. I'm nice to be able to see everything and start seeing the full picture. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, a JJ's.